All right, good morning, guys. Just wanted to jump in and actually do a little stream of my morning clan boss battle. Was able to pick up a few pretty good items, some 6-star equip from the Ultra Nightmare, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make this video. Be Mighty Joe Vibin and get right to it. And I'll post the specs of my clan later, or not my clan, but my group. So, first of all, him, nothing. Then you go 8-2 here, speed him up, take an extra turn, go click. Again, A1. And this is the super popular unkillable team with the Draco Morph. I can usually 2-key this. Every now and then it'll jack up for reasons unknown. So you go back to an A1 here. So she was an A3, he was an A3. Second lap, A1, go back to doing the A2, speed them up, and attack. Again, another A1 here. A2 here, give me just a little extra speed, some poison, and then this is where you get that second turn before the clan boss does. Pop into an A3 for your third lap. Everybody's unkillable. Go ahead and give a little schmack there. And then A1 here. So now you see that he's on a 1 turn for his unkillable. Everybody else is sitting 1-2 turns. But you can auto this out now. And that's really it. On average, I'll get between 40 and 50 mil. It's a pretty solid group. Again, very popular. I think Deadwood Jedi was the first one to use it. You've probably seen it on other like Raid Shadow Legends groups and content creators. I'm probably at some point in time going to start tooling around and see if I can get a 1-key team just to be able to do 2 rounds of different clan bosses as opposed to just 2 keys into the one. It's a little extra money. I don't think that the items are any better as far as the equipment, but you'll be able to get some additional gems, additional potions, and that's going to be worth it. So this is the fun part. Usually I'll be doing something else instead of providing you with sweet content and talking, but it takes about 20 minutes. You'll see over here the turn count is set at 6. As long as these guys stay unkillable, they don't die until turn 50. And so they're just racking up damage, punching him in the face, or it's rather the bloated, split open gut, a maw of... I mean, is it a gut really? Is it a mouth? Never could tell with this. Never honestly looked. But yeah, they're going to keep punching him wherever and getting to the business. But they'll do that. Right now, it's if we were on track, you want to do about 1.5 million a turn, I think, to 1-key it. We're doing slightly less, probably about 900k a turn. So you see we're at turn 8, turn 9, 7 mil. So a little bit sub that 1 million mark. Again, great for a 2-key. I'll probably hit between 80 and 100 million damage against the guy. I know that there's other champions such as who is that dwarf? I can't think of him right now. But he was the purple that they nerfed, and just used him for a bunch of my fights last night against the... Oh man, until I haven't had my coffee. I'll pull him up here in a bit. Actually, you know what? Since I got the screen up, well, that's nice. That's the only problem with that, having the same keyboard. Sometimes, yeah, click the wrong thing. So I'm going to a resource. A Yumi Love has a pretty good sheet, and that's what I use most often, just to be able to figure out like what I'm going to do. Let's see here. Where is my dwarf dude? Let's see here. Faction. This is the fun part. I don't get to actually see his name. Let's see here. Where in the world? Oh. Pretty sure. No, think about it. It's Geomancer. Yeah, let's check him out. Yeah. Geomancer. So when he was first released, Plarium had it wasn't on purpose, but ended up that you could put either of the War Master or, I want to say, Giant Slayer on him. And he had a unique ability that nobody else had. If he put hit point burn onto a character, such as this big bitch, they would go and whenever they hit him, they would take a percentage of the damage they inflicted. The fun part was that he would actually proc one of the two, either War Master or Giant Slayer when he hit back. And there were, like in the initial stages, people with just him dealing 100 million damage against a clan boss. It was insane. So that was fun. It got nerfed, though, once people found out. But he's still a really, really good champion. I mean, I don't know why in the world. As a matter of fact, where did he rank on? It's like a B-rank champion now. That's not right. Some other people were complaining that there needs to be a retooling of the champions on this list because they're not as accurate as you might imagine. I mean, a lot of these I agree with, especially in like the tier 1, your Arbiter, Bad El, Khazar, Biggin, stuff like that. But, dropping down, saying that, some, let's see here, where is this? It was that new Goblin guy we just reviewed. He was like an F-rated champion. I was like, man, that's just mean. He's actually used a lot competitively in not the clan, the 1v1 and 3v3 teams, because he can proc putting bombs on everybody. When he dies, everybody goes pop. So, you spike him with very high accuracy, very low hit points. He gets hit and dies. He puts a ton of bombs on everybody and they blow up. You can wipe a team. And he was just part of an event, but I can't find him for the life of me. So it looks like I will probably be producing more content in the evenings so I can wake my happy ass up. That'll be something to do. But at any rate, we're at 26. Hey, we're tracking to 26 and 26. That's not bad. Still not going to get my opinion to that, anything higher than about 49, maybe 51 million. But still something to consider. Again, unkillable teams. The main thing is that you want to make sure that your speed is right. The speed tuning, and I think if you Google it, again, Deadwood Jedi, he made the team. He spec'd everything out for speed. Incredible build. It's just consistent. Like peanut butter and jelly. It's good. You don't have to like it, but it's solid as a rock and it'll carry you through. I know when I was playing this a couple years ago, one of the more favored teams, and one I actually had a ton of fun with, was the not the counter, that's a counter spell, the counter attack team. So you would either get your Valkyrie, at the time was a top tier champion. I think she still is. Yeah, they still have her ranked as an S. I need to go through here and see what the hell I agree with and disagree with. But you'd be able to put up a shield. Everybody would counterattack, and every time the boss went whack, you could go through and really deal out some of that damage. Unfortunately, though, I mean, without having a consistent poisoner, which this build here, the only flex spot you really have is the Dracomorph, you know. But the Dracomorph is doing the, down AC, all the poisons. You just don't have a better position in that spot, in my opinion. Now, there's a couple of epic champions. The rat lady that I can't think of her name, which is going to be a consistent theme in this video. Me not being able to remember shit. But there's a couple other champions that do very well. I've heard Ninja does pretty good just because of the additional damage to bosses. So he was a good pickup for those players that are able to get on that event. But yeah, being able to have the poison damage versus just whacking them in the head is a much higher DPS and consistent, again, strategy. I've tried other champions in there that hit a little harder, but nothing really that'll carry you through. I might try to do a counter-attack team, though. Swap out, see if Valkyrie can still hold her own, and if one of these guys will be able to do anything. I just know that, again, with the one flex spot, you either have to just recreate your team entirely or just go with what works. So, we are coming up 14 more turns. We should be able to actually go see what the total damage is going to be. I mean, look at it go. Look at that. 38 mil. Pretty nice. Yeah, it's a good way to start the day. I mean, I've already done the whole breakfast thing. Going to be doing some stretches and working out a little bit later. But jumping on the old raid. Proving that the Skinner box still works and is alive and well. But at this point, I've been playing it for a while. It's a lot of fun for me, especially the arena stuff now. Tier 4 arena has been much, it's far less egregious than it was when about a year and a half ago, people were not able to get in, not able to upgrade their Great Hall bonuses, which sucked, and people were just pissed off. You work in the game to do, PVC or PVM, and it's not fun if you can't build your characters to the point that they're actually able to do things. And the Great Hall was a interesting twist on a lot of these gacha games where you could go and actually build out your characters, and based on how well you did in the arena, you would be able to improve your characters for other in-game content. So it's like, all right, that's pretty cool. The problem is my happy ass didn't know that for the first year. So I was a year behind. Still upgrading my Great Hall. Have, I'll say it's about little less than a third of the way done. A lot of wins I got to put in there. But it was nice. Last year I had a 97% win streak, and I stayed in gold all year, or gold 4. And I think I dipped down to gold 3 like a couple rounds. But then I'd just pick it up and kill it. Haven't gotten to platinum yet. A lot of those just comps are ridiculous. You're looking at, instead of having the 1 to 200k power, you have the 500k. Different, just absolutely brutal strategies to be able to push you over the edge on the top. And of course, you got people that have maxed out their Great Hall at this point. So, little more of a casual player. I'm not going to go and drop 8 hours a day for the next year to finish out my Great Hall, but I'll drop in a few hours a day and finish it out in a year or so, or whenever the game's done. There we go. Plenty of good poison. Yeah, I also had a team where increasing the amount of poison counters was a thing. So had to use a dark elf, and I'll show you that champion here in just a minute, because I cannot remember his name either. Yeah, definitely getting some coffee after this yet. All right, 48. But it's nice being able to see, you know, just all of them rotating. You know, the turn boost here keeps the team fast. The reduce skill cooldown time here is what makes sure that these guys are constantly popping and locking. You just saw that decrease skill cooldown hit everybody. So it just keeps you, you know, consistently immortal. But it's turn 50. 52 million damage. See, I mean, Draco Wharf leading the way. Maneater's doing a nice little bit. Seeker is no slouch. Painkeeper, neither, but I mean, you're seeing that the bulk of the work's being done by the Seeker and the Draco Morph. So we'll skip that. And I'll go into my quick rant. So we'll go into the indexes faster. Alright, so Dark Elves, where is my boy? So, Vizier Ovelis. The increased duration of debuffs, 30% chance, book it up to 50. So he'd whack 3 times, pretty decent. And every time that a debuff would go up, you were able to deal more damage. Again, having that poison on the clan boss was clutch, and still is. So, moving through, we have a new Karth. Increases value of all shields. Okay, 15%. Places a shield. Okay, so places arrive on death. Okay, based on hit points. So hit points, cool. Alright, probably the new champion coming up for, let's see here, where is that? Dark Elves, not Rule. Not Truth. Truth's been here for a bit. Chromax also. I think it's a High Elf. High Elf's a new one we got coming up. So, no. Maybe it's not launched yet. What's the news say? Let's check the news this morning. Yeah, new fusion. Yeah. Lanatharil. People are speculating whether or not he's going to be good, which is literally what we do every single time a champion comes out. The man, the myth, the legend himself. My ice boy, Tormund. We'll check him out real quick. Tormund is an absolute beast. If you can pick him up, well worth it. So, the increased defense in all battles, that's amazing. It's the passive though. 20% chance placing a freeze each time an enemy receives a buff or has their turn meter filled. If you ever played an arena, there's really 2 things that people do. They either buff champions or fill up their turn meter. And the 20% chance applies up to twice per enemy in cases where enemy receives multiple of the effects. Does not work with effects from artifact sets, turn meter, etc. Also revives this champion once you book it out every 6 turns, but here's the buff debuff chance, so it turns that to 30. So 30% chance, usually twice. It'll proc more often than not. Of course, then he gets a attacks all enemies, places a provoke onto them, and any that are not under a freeze debuff. So that's pretty great. And which is nice is you have him defense and hit point build up. He takes a beating, he dies, goes back to the passive. Every 6 turns he revives this champion with 100 hit points and places a freeze on him, which worth it. And then he'll attack a single enemy, removes the buffs, and will ignore defense if they're under a freeze and a hit point debuff. But if they're frozen, he'll steal all their buffs, which is insane. And then he doesn't attack all. And it's just, I mean, he's a monster. So picking him up is totally worth it if you can. It's like, do I want to? I don't think, let's see here. Do I have, I've been using this little tool here. So the shards, I got nothing here. Other than a tournament, I don't think we have any duplicate value. Yeah, so there's a dragon tournament going on. And then, well, let's see, here we go. Yeah. I mean, there's no real value in popping purple shards now, because you want to get that synergy. You want to be able to have like a champion chase tournament where every time you're using a shard, you're also gaining additional gold, energy, shit like that. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go fire up another clan boss, finish this out for the day. Actually, let's see here. Pull up the old. All right. So I'm pulling up the actual specs. Let me do that real quick. So, champions. All right. Let's go through. See who we have. First up should be Dracomorph. All right. So, hit points are low. Consistent crit rate, though, and damage. Not bad. Definitely want the AAC above 250. A little low, but not terrible. Booked out, because, I mean, he just whales out the damage. And here's the mastery set here. Again, so if you're looking for the total stats, there's the total stats on my dude. Moving on. Start going to the purple champs. Alright, so here's my slow man-eater. Also booked out. Here's the masteries. And then the stats for the slow one. So the slow one's 247. And this is a key for the speed build. Similar masteries, all skills booked. But for the fast guy, I mean, he's 271. And that's to make sure that he is just a little bit faster than the clan boss. Now, scrolling through. Where is my bat? Alright, so Seeker. You'll see a trend, all booked. Masteries, just to be able to deal more damage. And then here, 249 speed is key. Crit rate's high, and he's dealing as much damage as he can. So that's why he's bringing the heat. And then last but not least, Pain Keeper. I want, and I'm looking to increase the skills. I can increase that one. And I can't increase that one. And the reason being is I do not want to change her speed whatsoever. She got masteries for a little additional damage, booked up, and then her total speed is 241. And I guess I didn't go over Dracomorph speed. You guys saw it, but yeah, 223, a little slow. That's why he comes in last, but not awful. Alright guys, well, I'm the God Who Weeps, especially when he doesn't get his coffee. Appreciate you spending a little time with me this morning. Hope you all have a great day, and good luck in your clan versus clan tournaments, especially if you're in my clan. Shout out to the Ronin. I think right now I'm 89 Ronin. Yeah, so great clan, super great group of individuals that are helping me learn more about the game and shit that I didn't even know about. So as a 3-year player, being able to get in and talk to other individuals that are serious but not so serious that they're assholes has been fantastic. So check us out. I'll post some links below. Otherwise, everyone have a great day. Thanks again.